Acquisition cost. If I went out tomorrow, I need to teach you a different way of doing business so that you have a growth business. Most businesses, the reason they don't grow is the owner thinks of themselves as being in the business of their product or service. They think of, I'm in the business of landscaping, or I'm in the business of hairdressing. No, your business is the business of buying customers. What is it? The business of what? Buying customers. I want you to understand this. If I place 1,000, let's say I go and place an advertisement, it's £1,000, and it gets me 10 new customers, I've just bought 10 customers for £1,000, which means each one of them cost me £100. Does that make sense to everyone? This is what business is all about. Business is the aim of buying customers. Why do most new businesses go bankrupt? Because they don't buy any customers. They don't do any real marketing. Now, if we know how to do acquisition right, we can actually buy customers for less than they make, for less than they cost. Buy them for less than we make in profit when they come to us. So there are two types of acquisition cost you're going to learn. Write these two down. Number one is allowable acquisition cost, and number two is investment acquisition cost. This book here, my latest one, Buying Customers, is all about this in detail. Allowable acquisition cost, the definition is this. The cost is less than the profit on the first sale. Less than the profit on the first sale. An investment acquisition cost, what do you think its definition is? More than the profit on the first sale. So allowable is less than, investment is more than. Let me teach you an example of this. I worked with a gentleman that owned a little bakery. His name was Alan. Alan lived in Wellington, New Zealand. I turned into Alan's business and I was chatting with him about his business. I said, so talk to me about your advertising. And he said, well, Brad, we run ads every week. He was spending $300 running his advertisements every single week, $300 a week. I asked Alan the question, well, Alan, tell me, how many new customers do you get for your $300 a week? What was Alan's response? I don't know. My response isn't that... It's stupid. Yes, stupid is probably a better term. But I sat down with him and I said, well, Alan, if you're investing $300 a week and you don't know how many results or how many replies you're getting to that, that is not a good business move. I said, have a guess. He had a guess. He said, well, Brad, I think I get 10. I said, okay, so what is happening is, Alan, you are spending $30 to buy every customer that you get into your business. He said to me, what do you mean? I said, well, Alan, it's $300 out. You get 10 new customers in. That's $30 a customer. Why did Alan almost have a heart attack? Alan runs a bakery. Average person into his bakery spent $4.50 when they came in. Out of that, $1.80 was profit. He was putting out $30 to get back $1.80. Is that proof that Alan was a New Zealander? I'm Australian. I have to do that joke. It's part of the rules. So here we are, and I'm talking with Alan. And by the way, those of you laughing at Alan, wait till we do your numbers. You know, because this is where most businesses, and that's why most businesses stop marketing, because they don't even know their numbers. Therefore, they're like, I just feel like I'm wasting it. You know, I still remember the first person that ever sold me advertising, an ad sales rep for a radio station. She said to me, well, Brad, half of advertising works, half of it doesn't. You'll never know which half. You just got to keep doing it. I'm an accountant. I like these two words. Write down these two words, test and measure. Test and measure. I was working with my staff in the office in Las Vegas just the other day, running advertisements. And the advertisement headline, I said to them, listen, that headline seems to be getting old. Let's test it again. We go to Google. Does Google send you £100 vouchers over here as well to test their advertising? Yeah, some of you get them. Here's what you do. I went to my staff and I said, okay, try these 8 headlines. And I have a book on writing ads and writing headlines. We tested the 8 headlines. One of the 8 headlines got 16 times the results of the one that we were currently running. You don't have to be a genius to do good marketing. You just have to test and measure. So here we are. I'm talking to Alan. I said, Alan, look, in fact, let me tell you another example of this. I used to own a dog food business, Trophy Dog Food. We home-delivered dog food. He had a veterinary nurse who home-delivered your dog food, did a 17-point health check on your dog while they were there delivering the food. High, good quality food, good quality service, good quality pricing. Our average customer, they invested $108 with us on their first sale. So they bought their first 6 weeks supply, first sale round. Out of that, we made $38 in profit. How much could I afford to spend to buy a customer? Less than $38. Anything less than $38. My radio advertisements bought me customers for $22 a piece. 22 out, 38 back. How often could I put 22 out if I got 38 back? It's an unlimited number. If you went to the bank and said, here's 22, and they gave you back 38, how often would you give them 22? See, the radio station's a bank. I give them 22, they give me 38. My TV advertisements, I tested a lot of different advertisements to get to this one. It bought me customers for $4.50 a piece. $4.50 out, 38 back. How often did I want to run those ads? All the time. See, Alan's business, I'll tell you how I fixed his business. I rewrote his advertisement. His old advertisement was a typical name, rank and serial number ad. Alan's Bakery, bullet points, phone number, address. Why do people still do stupid ads like that? It is beyond me with all of the information we have. So I rewrote Alan's advertisement because I'd tried his chocolate eclairs while I was in there. They were good. His new advertisement read, free chocolate eclair. Award-winning European bakery giving away free chocolate eclairs. Just cut out and bring in this, so on. Same size ad, same spend. I showed the ad to Alan. What do you think his response was? No way, Brad, we can't do that. I said, why not, Alan? He said, Brad, do you realise how many people in this town would come in for a free eclair? No, Alan, how many people do you think would come in for a free eclair? Hundreds, Brad. I said, would 300 come in, Alan? He said, at least 300. I said, how much does it cost to make an eclair, Alan? He said, about 30 cents. Oh. He's now buying customers for $1 in advertising and 30 cents in a giveaway. They come into his store. First week he ran the advertisement, 587 people came into his store to get a free chocolate eclair. We trained the staff. They increased the average sale to $5.50, not $4.50, $2.20 in profit. Do you know, see, most of you, here's the thing, 16 out of 17 people that come in to get something for free bought other things while they were there. 1 in every 17 came in, grabbed the eclair, did a runner. You know, probably all related to each other too, you know. Let's go and steal the neighbour's newspaper. Get that free eclair. Woo! But here's the thing. You know, Alan all of a sudden had 587 people that hadn't been into his business before that now knew he was there, knew his bakery was there, had tried something from his bakery. What's the chance he'll get them back? We put a thing in that to get the eclair, they had to give us their name, email and phone number and address. You know, we trained the staff how to handle this sort of stuff. Next week, now this is actual proof that he's a Kiwi. Next week I rang Alan. I said, Alan, how'd the ad go this week? Oh, well, Brad, we didn't run it this week. Why not, Alan? Oh, we were far too busy last week. Now you laugh, but I would bet if I went back in the history of your company, there was 20 things you used to do that made you a lot of money that you've stopped doing because you're too busy. You know, if you were the best salesperson in your company and you're not selling now, that's crazy. Do you think, like, take a look at it. Does Roger Federer stop playing tennis to become the CEO of his company, or does he stay as a tennis player and hire a professional CEO to run the business? You've promoted yourself to CEO because you own the business, not because you're the best CEO. Maybe you should actually be back doing the thing that made the company a lot of money. If you were the best salesperson, go back and do sales. Hire someone to run the company. I don't run Action Coach. I don't run any of my companies. I hate running companies. Reading legal agreements and doing books, and I hate that stuff. You know what I love? This. I'll do this all day long. I'm going to work for 3 freaking hours. Woo! Go and have a beer afterwards. Yeah. You know, definitely an Australian company by that standard. You know, you sit down and you look at it. What are the things you used to do that made you a lot of money that you stopped doing? Make a list and get back to them. How did you get all your customers when you first started, before you got big? Too busy. So, I'll give you a test, see if you've learnt this lesson. My dog food business, remember what was the number? $38. My newspaper advertising bought me customers for $54 a piece. The best advertisement I could get, tested and measured a lot of them, got me customers for $54 a piece. Did I keep running the advertisement, yes or no? Who votes yes? Who votes no? Who's got no freaking idea how to answer this question? Who's not going to raise their hand no matter what I say today? The answer is yes. Absolutely, I keep running it.